Have a good day. I'm Heidi Anikati Malibiran and this is my performance task. Subjects integrated: Science, English, and Math. Pattern in the changes of the appearance of the moon. What are the moon's phases? Full moon. The lighted side of the moon faces the earth. This means that the earth, sun, and moon are nearly in a straight line, with the earth in the middle. The moon that we see is very bright from the sunlight reflecting off it. Waning gibbous. This moon can be seen after the full moon, but before the last quarter moon. The amount of the moon that we can see will grow smaller and smaller every day. Waning means decreasing or growing smaller. Last quarter. The left half of the moon appears lighted and the right side of the moon appears dark. During the time between the full moon and the last quarter moon, the part of the moon that appears lighted gets smaller and smaller every day. Waning crescent. This moon can be seen after the last quarter moon and before the new moon. The crescent will grow smaller and smaller every day until the moon looks like the new moon. New moon. The lighted side of the moon faces away from the earth. This means that the sun, earth, and moon are almost in a straight line, with the moon in between the sun and the earth. The moon that we see looks very dark. Waxing crescent. This moon can be seen after the new moon but before the first quarter moon. The crescent will grow larger and larger every day until the moon looks like the first quarter moon. Waxing means increasing or growing larger. First quarter. The right half of the moon appears lighted and the left side of the moon appears dark. During the time between the new moon and the first quarter moon, the part of the moon that appears lighted gets larger and larger every day and will continue to grow until the full moon. Waxing gibbous. This moon can be seen after the first quarter moon but before the full moon. The amount of the moon that we can see will grow larger and larger every day. After approximately 29.5 days, the moon is back to its new moon starting position. Usually, the moon passes above or below the sun. English. Cause and effect, comparison and contrast, problem and solution. Cause and effect. Since the beginning of time, humans have been tracking the moon, observing its changes, and noticing our undeniable connection with its monthly ebbs and flows. Emotions, our sleep, our menstruation, and our love life have all been linked to the moon. Why? And how does this happen? Because of the gravitational pull. This gravitational pull is at its strongest during the new moon and the full moon. Human physiology are subject to seasonal, lunar, and circadian rhythms. The lunar cycle has an impact on human reproduction, in particular fertility, menstruation, and birth rate. Comparison and contrast. Considering we humans are made up of 70% water, it only makes sense that the moon would have a similar impact on us, mostly water beings. It's thought that at the new moon and full moon, like the tides, our emotions are pulled to the surface and feelings are heightened. Because the moon cycles are known to influence natural phenomena, like the tides, some cultures have developed a persistent but mostly incorrect belief that lunar phases also influence human emotions, behaviors, and health. On the other hand, the reasons for the persistence of such beliefs may not be found in a rational understanding, but more in primal, emotion desire to believe that we are not solely responsible for our own behaviors. They emphasize that in the future, we may all find it more helpful to look to our own biology and human context, rather than to celestial bodies for answers. Problem and solution. If we are accepting that the moon does indeed affect our sleep, our mood, and our emotions, how can we work with this mystical force? How can we sync up with these cycles and align with the flow of nature instead of being a victim of it? New moon. This low light phase can manifest as low energy for us. We may feel tired, introspective, and ready to indulge in some much needed introvert time. How to make the most of this phase? Now is a fabulous time to curl up by the fire, put on some fuzzy socks, and spend some time with yourself. Take time to reflect on how you're feeling and honor any inklings to stay home, cancel plans, and not return texts today. Full moon. The sun and moon are in opposite zodiac signs during this phase, and you may feel tension, heightened emotions, and extra energy as these opposite energies pull on you. How to make the most of this phase? Observe and have compassion for your heightened emotions. Channel this heightened energy into projects and activities that light you up. If you're receptive and open, you may see new opportunities bloom for your intention setting earlier in the month. Math. Interpreting data using line graph. Line graphs gives a clear picture of collected data. It is a kind of graph used to show trends or changes over a period of time. Single line graph. 7 days later, the moon is 90 degrees away from the sun and is half illuminated. This phase is called first quarter. After 14 days, the moon is now 180 degrees away from the sun, with the sun, earth, and moon forming a straight line. The moon is now fully illuminated by the sun, so this is called the full moon phase. This is the only time during the entire month when the Earth's shadow could be close to the moon. After another week, 21 days after new moon, the moon has moved another quarter of the way around the Earth to the third quarter phase. The sun's light is now shining on the other half of the visible face of the moon. For the last 7 days, 21 days after new moon, the moon continues its waning phase until becoming a new moon again. The moon is a sphere that travels once around the Earth every 29.5 days. As it does so, it is illuminated from different angles by the sun. Double line graph. This is my example of double line graph. Title: Calendar Moon Phase. On its vertical line is the calendar days, while on the horizontal line are the 4 major moon phase. Legend. The red line is moon phase for the month of May 2021, while the purple line is for the month of June 2021. As we can see, the first day of the month both start with the last quarter and end with the full moon. And that is all. Thanks for watching.